Yes, I'm Katie Weaver, and I'm the Director of Procurement Services at JMU.
And it seems like 2021 is going to be a big year for procurement. So what is on the horizon for the department?
Well, I think we have a couple of things. I'm involved with the Economic Development Steering Committee as well as the Racial Equity Subcommittee with business partnerships. And we're really watching a lot of legislation and things going on with the recent disparity study in the Commonwealth. So I think there's going to be some things happening with our supplier diversity program, specifically in the realm of dealing with women and minority-owned businesses and micro businesses. So that's something we've got a lot of focus on. And then, of course, the state is rolling out their new EVA system. And so that's going to be a really big project for us here on campus, and it's going to impact every user across campus. So that'll be an exciting project to work on. And of course, we're still recovering from some of the COVID things that we've been involved with and catching up on some projects that were delayed because of COVID and are now ready to go. In procurement, I think one of the best things about working in procurement is that every day is different. So even if there is a similar sounding project, at the end, there's going to be some unique twist to it, and we're going to have different situations, and it keeps us very challenged and eager to see what will happen.
Yeah, so I'm Dean Stubbs, and I am the EVA lead here at JMU, and kind of one of the big projects that I'll be working on that'll impact all of campus this year is the state's launching a new EVA system in December of this year. So starting this summer into the fall, we'll have access to a environment for the new system. We'll be able to start putting training documentation together, and then in the fall, we'll start talking with end users, a training session and user groups to get everyone ready for the cut over the new system.
Wow, December seems so soon.
It is. It is a aggressive timeline, but we're going to get everyone through it best we can.
Awesome. If end users on campus want to keep up with kind of the progress of things, where can they find information?
So we're going to be communicating out as often as possible through our EVA listserv and our monthly newsletters. Our one-stop shop is going to be edu.edu/procurement/EVA. That's going to be our new EVA update center. It'll have links to information we've sent out. It'll have a timeline, FAQs, and eventually once we're ready to start rolling out training, the links will be there and more information about how to sign up for different training opportunities.
Hi, my name is Dana Summers. My commodities is travel, art, band, promotional items, and general printing services. A few procurements coming up will be athletic award frames, the printing of Madison, the JMU magazine, and band uniforms.
Can you talk a little bit about the commodities that you cover?
Sure. Primarily, I cover IT commodities, so anything from software, services, some systems. I do telecom, I do real estate services, and a smattering of non-professional services, which is kind of a catch-all for a lot of different commodities, or one commodity, but it crosses a lot of different departments.
So then what else do you have going on?
Later this, probably late summer or early fall, we'll be resoliciting for CART services, which is translation and captioning services. That's used a lot by the Office of Disability Services, as well as a couple other companies or departments on campus. And then also later this fall, we'll be resoliciting for conference linen services that the festival uses when they host their on-campus summer programs.
Hello everyone, I'm Savannah. I'm the buyer for audiovisual, scientific, medical, and office equipment supplies here at JMU. all the copiers on campus. So anytime a department needs to order a copier, I am your go-to person to be able to make sure everything is in line with our Vita contracts in place.
And so do you have any, I guess, RFPs or bids or anything out right now or any coming up in the future that you're working on?
Yeah, I'm finishing up an RFP on audiovisual rental services, as well as the videography services. That one's coming up soon, and those are the current RFPs I'm working on right now.
Is it?
Yeah, I actually am really proud of working on the College of Business project, and that is because I'm currently getting my MBA through JMU. So to be able to work on a project that's so close to home for me, not only in my job, but in my educational endeavors, was a really proud moment. So I would say the College of Business audiovisual.
So Doug, you serve as our university contract administrator. Can you tell us a little bit about what that entails?
I like to think a lot of it is primarily it's renewing contracts. When we start that process, about 120 days before a contract's set to renew, we'll send evaluations to folks to the department contract administrators to let us know how they're feeling about a current contract. Do they want to renew? Have they had any issues or anything like that? And after that, we reach out to the vendor, see if they'd like to renew. This is a pretty busy time of year, kind of loosely known as March Madness, you know. We had it before the basketball stuff. I can't prove it, but I know we had the phrase before then. But it's just busy time of year. A lot of technology contracts kind of come up around right now. And so this is the beginning of the 120 days, and a lot of them are up to final renew in June.
What is your favorite part about working in procurement?
The short answer is the team. I greatly enjoy being here. It's fun. It makes it entertaining to come to work and actually get to do stuff with people I like talking to and working with. Also, just a bit of my background is just I have a little bit of knowledge of law, so it's fun to kind of sit there and go, yeah, this is just basic contract work. Let's read through it, make sure everyone follows what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And you also get to help people out, whether it's the vendor trying to understand what they can do to get more work, or a person on campus going, I'm having an issue, what can I do to make it work out better? It's fun.
Your title is Viva Contract Administrator, so can you just talk a little bit about what that entails?
Yes, so Viva is short for the Virtual Library of Virginia. We help to provide enhanced access to library and information resources for the public and private universities and colleges in Virginia. So that's as far as like electronic books and journals, research databases, professional working papers, and it covers many subject areas like science, arts, medicine, technology. And we also support education and training for those libraries.
And so what is your favorite part about the position that you're in now?
It's really nice to work with, people across the state at all of the institutions. Mostly we just talk on the phone and through email, but it's still really cool to kind of meet them and hear what they're doing at their libraries and the resources that they need.
Yeah.
My name is Philip Buell. I started at Procurement Services at the beginning of March. It's been exciting so far. I lived in Harrisburg area all my life. I play soccer, coach soccer, watch soccer.
What are you most excited about working in procurement?
Just learning all the ins and outs of buying stuff and all the bid related questions and all that.
Has anything come up so far that you're just like, I didn't expect that here, or anything unexpected?
Not really. It
Okay.
surprised me how much an office chair cost when I had to buy that the other day, but that's about it.
My name's Caroline, and I'm the Office and Reporting Manager in Procurement Services. I help handle the office budget, and I work very closely with our SWAM initiative So working with businesses to help them certify with the state, and making sure that campus buyers know about these businesses and how they can work with them.
And so what would be some of the things that I guess you'd most enjoy about doing all like what do you most enjoy about all of those things that you do?
So I like helping businesses. I like when they come in and they're new to either doing business or doing business with the university, and they land their first piece of business here and then getting to see them grow from there. I find that really exciting and rewarding, especially when it's businesses that are here in the community. Knowing that we play a part in their success is really exciting.
It's very rewarding when we're able to do that. Yeah.
So Stephen Howard, I am the procurement manager here at James Madison University. I manage a team of 6, potentially more at times, but my team is responsible for all of the purchasing that goes on campus, anything with facilities. We also put together contracts for architects as well as general contractors for new buildings on campus, new projects that may be on the horizon. We get designs for. We also, some people on my team, they actually do the purchasing for any of the furnishings and equipment that actually goes into the buildings. We also have a buyer that actually purchases directly for athletics, so uniforms, equipment, apparel, and various items as needed by the university. So we have a couple of capital projects. So capital for us means it's just more or less the dollar amount. So when we say a project is a capital project, we mean that the dollar amount for the project is going to be over $3 million. If it's under $3 million, it's a non-capital project for us. So on the horizon for capital projects, we have the Carrier Library renovation, renovating the existing library in the Bluestone area on campus. The next project is renovating our existing power plant over on the east side of campus. And our hope is that will come actually in the summer. We also have a smaller capital project that may be going on, renovating one of our existing labs over in A1, A2, but that's more of just a grant funded through the state. But that's another project that may be on the horizon as well. So have a couple of things, and hopefully once, like I say, with COVID has created some hurdles for us, but once things kind of open up and budgets are a little more free, I know that we'll have quite a bit of non-capital projects on campus, because we missed out on doing a lot of projects last summer, and that's usually when we're pretty busy, is when students are off campus. So hopefully as budgets open up and things get better with COVID, we will definitely hit the ground running. So.
Yeah, so my name is Gary Morris, and I purchased for athletics and public safety for the university. On a daily basis, I am usually looking at hotel contracts for all the different teams, signing off on those. And then as far as other things are concerned, projects coming up, I have athletic equipment and apparel that will be on the streets in probably about October. So that will be a big project. We're getting ready to award fireworks contract here in the next couple weeks, and that will be hopefully a 5-year contract, and we'll provide fireworks for the football games.
So next couple weeks is like May?
Yeah, it'll probably be May. I'm working on a really cool procurement right now that is a brewery tank for the Department of Engineering. We've got little road bumps right now that we're trying to make sure that the equipment will fit without interrupting the structural integrity of that space.
Yeah.
And so we have a couple roadblocks. Hopefully risk management can work through that stuff, and we can get that brew system in here. And
I am Michael Morrison. I'm a buyer senior with the facilities and construction team, and I work primarily with capital and non-capital construction, renovation projects, new building, anything along those lines. General commodities that I work with are electrical trades, mechanical trades, video surveillance, intrusion control, duct cleaning, kitchen equipment maintenance and repair, those sorts of things. Just a lot of what FM needs to keep the university up and running. Working with some folks through the Office of Sponsored Programs and through engineering on a particularly interesting project with the solar energy. There's a field of solar panels that's going to be built out near the ISAT HHS building as part of a renewable energy Virginia Smart Cities kind of a program. Assuming that the project moves forward, the general time frame is over the summer of 2021. So we would be looking at starting in May and hopefully being finished by August. So one of the projects that I'm particularly pleased with how it turned out, even though there were numerous challenges along the way, was working with Rick on Paul Jennings Hall. The end result is, a beautiful dorm inside and out. It's got a great historic association with it, with Paul Jennings and James Madison. And it is a place that, because of that Paul Jennings connection and how it was brought to JMU's students, it was really showed that they have an involvement in the culture here at JMU beyond just their time, their 4 or 5 years, whatever that they spend here. So
right. So I work on the facilities and construction team as well with Stephen and Michael Morrison. I'm a senior buyer here at the university. I work a lot with elevator contracts. I do architectural contracts, facilities and maintenance contracts dealing with paper products, door hardware products, plumbing supplies, electrical supplies, a little bit of everything. I'm sure, as of Stephen and Michael said to you as well before, that we work with a lot of the people and things that make the university run. So a lot of things that you might not think about that we need and the facilities department uses, we make sure that they have everything so the kids have everything they need. I enjoy working with the people in this office. I enjoy that we have a good reputation of being, the fun office, that we get together after work, and it's just very easy. It's easy to come to work when you have good coworkers and you enjoy being around people like that. I also enjoy, I've been a part of a lot of conversations, so I've heard a lot, but I enjoy being a part of projects and seeing them before they happen, and watching the university grow. I mean, I've been here 8 years, and so people come to campus and they don't recognize it. So just being a part of that, and just a very small piece of that, being part of the changes that have happened at the university, and you can kind of say that, be proud of that. So that's something that I really enjoy here.
I am one of our furniture buyers, and I also manage capital FF&E projects. I think one of my favorite aspects of this job is that I get to work with a department and see an initial vision of something, and then actually work with them to the final product. So I get to see a building fully furnished, and it took months to almost years to plan and purchase this equipment, and then you get to walk in and see a beautiful finished building, and that's a lot of fun. And
at what point in the process do you get brought in to start picking out I guess the patterns, designs? Like, how does that come up? Do you work with the architect or the construction manager, or just
so both? So usually once the architect has once construction is started, is usually the point that we're brought in. We try to at least start the conversation, depending on scale and scope of project. If it's a really large project, we want to start talking to the department about a year and a half before the building is going to be completed. And in most projects, there is a portion that the architect is responsible for, specifying furniture. And then we usually work with the department on offices, classrooms, conference rooms, or any peripheral areas that for whatever reason were included in the architect's contract. And then we will work with both the project manager and the departmental end users to determine each room's needs, the function of the room, how they envision the space to look. And we kind of go from there, and we work with our various vendors to get exactly the product that they need.
Terry, you're one of our newer team members here in the office. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Sure. I am a buyer specialist for furniture and equipment, and I mostly work on larger capital projects.
And so what has been your favorite project to work on so far?
My favorite's probably been College of Business. That's the one I started with.
Yeah.
We were ordering furniture, and of course it's such a dynamic, innovative space. It's just really the way to work with and see the results, see the beauty that we got from that building.
And so what project are you most excited about coming up?
So we're just beginning the first stages of the Carrier Library project. So this will be a renovation and expansion, and actually in the process of selecting the architectural engineering firm. I actually lived on campus in the 80s and worked on campus at special events, and so one of the interesting things is to see these buildings that I intimately knew in the 80s, come to life again in the 21st century, and just see that innovation, and it's really exciting.